Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? This is Cody Almasy from the Gin College Podcast at Gin College Analytics. This is my third GNT, my gin and tonic for this week. I will be in honor of the NBA season tipping off, as you should say. See, I'm still in that college football mindset, but I wanted to do something different. I love basketball as well. We're going to be talking lots of college basketball going forward on the podcast, but I do love the NBA. Wearing my Donovan Mitchell hoodie, Utah Jazz fan. Detroit teams, we just been bad pretty much since my adult life anyway. We'll just leave it at that. So I got some alternate teams that I support, and the Utah Jazz are my NBA team. Big Donovan Mitchell fan. I'll just talk about them real quick before I get to the opening games of the night. Yeah, the Utah Jazz, we lost to the Clippers in the Western Conference semifinals. Heartbreaking, I really thought we had it in the bag. Started off the series 2-0, and then Clippers just kicked our asses from there. And I don't know what happens, but I know Donovan Mitchell needs another star, somebody to come help him in Utah, but that's always been the problem for the Jazz is getting big-name players through the free agency market and things of the like. But, yeah, they had the best record in the West, and, yeah, that doesn't matter in the NBA, what happens in the regular season, because you gotta make it happen in the playoffs, as we all know. But moving on to tonight's games, the slate. The NBA season kicks off with a rematch of the Eastern Conference semis. The Brooklyn Nets at the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, coming off championship win. Huge for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, finals MVP, 50 points in the game, in the series winning game, 14 rebounds. Was looking like Hakeem Olajuwon out there, looking real good. I was happy for Giannis, honestly. Great dude, committed to Milwaukee, stayed there, wanted to stay there when rumors kind of pointed otherwise, say he was going to leave, go somewhere, but he doesn't want to stardom. He just wants to work hard and play basketball, and you love to see it. Dude's just a monster of a basketball player, just so versatile, can't shoot a three, but he proved that you don't need to shoot the three in today's game to be successful. At least you don't yourself. Your teammates probably going to have to help you out and hit some deep-range shots. But as a leader of his team, he showed that the big man can still get it done. On the other side, the Brooklyn Nets just have so much talent with Kyrie Irving. He's kind of taking away the spotlight from Kevin Durant and James Harden, two of the three superstars that are actually ready to play some basketball, get to work, and try to get a championship is what those three really came to Brooklyn to do, built this super team. And you got Kyrie Irving. He's always been kind of a distraction since him and LeBron split up, and love him as a player, what he used to be able to do, what he used to do on the court, but it's just so inconsistent these days that, at least as a basketball player, not a huge fan of that. You're your own man. You can do whatever you choose to do, make your own decisions, and I support you in whatever choices you make as a human being, being vaccinated, unvaccinated. But as far as a team player and a basketball player, I think his best days are behind him. That's just my opinion. Kevin Durant, on the other hand, one of the best basketball players, if not the best basketball player in the National Basketball League. Dude is out of his mind. I can't believe he lost in the Eastern Conference semis last year. I don't know if you guys remember it. It went to overtime. The Bucks won 115 to 111. But the only reason it went to OT is because KD hit the clutch shot. Right, I think his foot was right on the line, so it was only a 2. When I first seen it, I thought he won it with that shot, but foot was on the line, hits the 2, sends it to OT, and then he almost hit a big 3 to help him win. But the Bucks win. they go on to win the NBA title, and the rest is history. We'll move on from that game and talk about the second game of the night. California matchup. We got the Golden State Warriors at the Los Angeles Lakers. Lots of teams with a couple question marks around them this year coming into the season. LeBron and AD looked real good. I mean, there was injuries all year, but the injuries got really bad when it got to the playoffs. AD was banged up, not himself. People say LeBron was never himself, but they ultimately lose to the Suns. And yeah, I mean, the Suns are nothing to shake your head at, scoff at. They challenged the Bucks for the title, so the Suns had a good run. But yeah, the Lakers looked like they maybe could have done it. The Lakers pushed that series to 6 games, but the injuries were just too much to overcome. And the Lakers do, or not the Lakers, but any LeBron-led or affiliated team do what they always do when they don't win a championship: reshuffle, bring new guys in. The biggest name they brought in this year, Russell Westbrook, is joining the team, which I think everybody's really excited to see how Russell and LeBron kind of mesh as teammates. Obviously, Russell, Hall of Fame, great player, great talent, triple-double freak, I think the most ever, and just can get them at will pretty much, but that doesn't always result to wins for Russell Westbrook and his team. So be interesting to see how Russell, LeBron, and Anthony Davis all play together. Obviously, they're going to go to the playoffs, I think, but I don't know. I might be in the minority, but I think LeBron James' championship title winning days are behind him, and I don't think the Lakers can get it done. NBA games are so tough to predict, so I'm not going to predict what happens tonight, but I think the Golden State Warriors are in for a little bit of a resurgence year, a renaissance year, coming off 2 of their worst seasons in a long time, back-to-back under 40 season wins last year, 34 and 30 or 39 and 33, so right around 500. And then the year before, the year that everybody was hurt, Steph was out for pretty much the whole season. They were 15 and 50. So before that, the previous 6 seasons, they had 50-plus wins, and yeah, they were dynasty, looking good. Klay Thompson has been out for basically 2 years. Crazy to think about how fast time has gone by, and to think about that the Warriors and Toronto Raptors played in an NBA championship just not too many years ago, and where we're at now and how different everything looks. But yeah, Klay went down in that. We haven't seen him since, and he's slated to come back this year. Not too quick. They don't want to rush it. Obviously, you don't have to really get to – I mean, you want to be winning, playing competitive games, but the season doesn't really start till Christmas is when everybody tunes in. So he might not even play until 2022, till next year. But I think the Golden State Warriors are going to have some success this year. These two teams actually played in the play-in tournament, which I'm a huge fan of. I might talk about that in another G&T at some point. But yeah, these two met in the first game of the play-in tournament, and LeBron hit a 3 to send the Warriors home, and then the Warriors had to play the Grizzlies for who got to get in the playoffs, and the Grizzlies won. And yeah, but the Warriors have been building in the draft these last couple of seasons, trying to get back to where they were. And I think if you got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on your team, Splash Brothers, I don't think they're done yet. So we'll see what happens. Just super excited. NBA's back. Pistons, we got Cade Cunningham, my Detroit team. We'll see what happens there. I hate the owner of the Pistons, Tom Gores. I'll say it on record right here. That's a big reason why I don't support the Pistons. They could have easily taken Donovan Mitchell in the draft the year Donovan came out of Louisville. And, yeah, we took Luke Kennard, who's not even on the team anymore. But long story short, go Jazz. Everybody enjoy basketball tonight. Shout out my boy Julio. I know he loves KD. He loves basketball. Want to get him on here to talk about basketball with me at some point. Yeah, this has been Cody Almasy, and this is my gin and tonic. You guys have a great night.